What settings apEX uses in CS2. In the video settings, apEX uses his display mode set to full screen, his aspect ratio is set to 4:3, his resolution is 1280 by 960, his refresh rate is set to its max possible point, and his brightness is set to 100. When it comes to the advanced video settings, apEX's boost player contrast is disabled, his VSync is disabled, his NVIDIA G-Sync is automatically disabled, his NVIDIA Reflex low latency is enabled, his max FPS in game is set to 0, aka the same as 999, his max FPS in menus is unknown, his multi-sampling anti-aliasing mode is set to 2x MSAA, his global shadow quality is set to high, his dynamic shadows is set to all, his model texture detail is set to low, his textural fillering mode is set to anisotropic to 16x, his shader detail is set to low, his particle detail is set to low, his ambient occlusion is set to medium, his high dynamic range is set to quality, and finally the fidelity FX super resolution is set to disabled highest quality. Now moving on to the keyboard and mouse settings. apEX's DPI on his mouse is set to 400, his sensitivity in game is 1.91 in game. That's how it's set. It's a very specific number for him for some reason. His eDPI on his mouse is set to 764. His zoom sensitivity in game is set to 1, and his window sensitivity on his PC is set to 6. Now let's go over to the crosshair settings. So this is going to be what apEX's crosshair looks like. You can import the code like so. Link is going to be in the description on where you can find it, press import, and now let's check it out in game. This is what apEX's crosshair looks like in game. It's a very nice bright yellow crosshair, and one downfall for this crosshair color is that it might blend in with some certain spots of certain maps, for example Mirage or Dust 2, because there's a lot of yellow on these maps. But for example in these maps it won't blend in that much, and the shape of the crosshair is very nice as well because it's perfect for headshotting and playing really aggressive. It's definitely one of the best crosshairs that you can use. Now let's go over the view model settings. If you want to check out apEX's view model, you can paste it in the console. Link is going to be also in the description, same as the crosshair on where you can find it. You can paste it in, and it's similar to the default model of the CS2 view model. It's just pretty much a very general view model, and it's definitely not one of the best that you can use, because the best ones that most of the pros love to use is the one that shifts more to the right and doesn't block off a huge chunk of your screen in the front. So this is definitely not the best one that you can use, but this is a preference for apEX, I guess, so you can definitely try it out as well if you wanna. Now let's move on to the HUD color. So when it comes to the HUD settings for apEX, his HUD color is set to team color, and his HUD scale itself is set to 0.95. So this is what the HUD looks like in game. It's just a preference for apEX. And finally, let's go over the radar settings. So in the radar settings tab, radar centers, the player is set to yes, radar is rotating is set to yes, toggle square shape with scoreboard is set to yes, his radar HUD size is set to 1, and finally his radar map zoom is set to 0.7. If you want to copy these settings, you can visit the CS2 Pulse Pro player settings page.